following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
I need a lead in next time. That's all I'm saying.
I will be sure to lead in. Because the last time I talked about this, you did not respond this way.
Because, man, I felt like you were reaching out. And I appreciate the fact
I was reaching.
that you were talking about some shit that was personal to you. And I felt like me jumping in would have been callous and bad. Now I'm just like, I can't take this shit no more. That's all I'm saying.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. Welcome. Sorry we're running a little late, but you know, this shit out here called traffic sucks, so gotta do what you gotta do. As always, it's your man Ruben here in the house, out here just kind of, you know, being late and shit today. But of course, always with me and recovering from the land of the flu, my man AG.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
And I can't hear AG.
Now you can.
There we can. That's what we're talking about.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Ah, man, you know, hey, bro, I missed you. I'm glad that you sound like you feel a little better and stuff.
Bro, it was so bad. And it wasn't the flu. It wasn't like the regular flu. It was the stomach flu, sir.
Ooh. So you were doing all that boo-booing.
No, what I was doing was squirting water.
That's the worst.
My ass was a super soaker, sir.
Bro, that's the worst.
Man, I would go to the bathroom and I would sound like I turned the faucet on. I'm like, what in the world is going on? I was like, it was so bad. It was so bad. The worst day, I was feeling better, and I went out with my wife, and everything was kind of good. I thought I was turning the corner. I thought I may be able to go to work the next day.
Nah, player.
I got home. Well, I probably shouldn't have had Chick-fil-A. Probably shouldn't have that. But I got home and had dinner or whatever. Everything was cool. But that night, I think I must have been in the bathroom like 6 different times, and it was waterworks every time. I don't think I had a solid poop in like 2 days.
So it was a liquid.
As my wife sits over there and giggles at me. See that? See how they do you?
I swear that's messed up.
Oh, she's laughing because I'm actually sharing that. You can't. Look, man, when you say you can't do a show because you have the flu, you have to tell the audience what the flu was. And
you had the liquid bubble guts, baby.
But you know, the funny thing was, it wasn't even really bubble guts. It didn't feel like I had to go to the bathroom. It wasn't even like that. But when I did go, number one, I was cold because I had the chills. And everything is cold. So I'm sitting in the bathroom shivering. My heart rate is in the 130s, not moving. Okay? Then, as soon as I start pooping, it sounds like a squirt gun. I'm like, bruh, man, it was so bad. I was like, oh my goodness. So I have never been so glad to have a solid poop in my life.
Well, I'm glad you had a solid poop, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Hey, man, that just means you're regular, baby.
Yeah, I was more than regular.
You had the squirt gun out your ass.
Bro,
hey,
super soaker, man. Super soaker.
I mean, you know, which is worse? The super soaker or the exploding poop?
I'll take the exploding poop. I've had both, and I will take the exploding poop.
Yeah. See, Brett saying looking 10 pounds lighter, brother.
Well, you know what? I'm telling you right now, I was gray, man.
All the color was out your face.
Bruh, I looked like Walking Death, man. It was so bad.
Jeez. Well, I'm glad it wasn't.
No, I'm alive. He's alive.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad. Let's clap for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I appreciate the body being as strong as it is, because I promise you, whatever virus I had, obviously something's going around. Whether you got the flu or the something, a lot of people are sick, especially in Virginia. Virginia's a hot spot, whatever it is. But I'm telling you, man, when people say the most important thing in your life is your health, they are not kidding.
Well,
I'm just saying.
this is what I'm gonna say. Like I say about everything like that. Yeah, you can go ahead and keep that shit where you at.
Exactly.
Because
I think I probably would have gave it to y'all through the internet. It was bad.
I mean, you know, the internet, man, it be changing things. So you know, we start off this weekend with no Black History Month nationally.
No Medicare, Medicaid.
Yeah, you know. And then at what time was it? I don't know, 11:30. You know, the NBA decided to blow up the world.
Yeah.
With a massive trade.
Yeah.
I mean, even people who didn't know what NBA was like, what the hell is going on there?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sitting there, man, you know, I'm just finished watching Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at a little basketball, ready to go to bed. My phone says, nah, player, you need to stay up for another 3 hours.
Another 3 hours?
3 hours? What do you mean 3 hours? Oh, yeah, the Lakers just traded, you know, I can't remember his name, for Luka Doncic. AD for Luka Doncic.
Well, no, let's get this right. Dallas called Los Angeles and said, do you want this fool? Because he fat and we don't like him. So let's get that right.
And he just took them to the finals last year being fat, but whatever.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Clearly. And so, my first, I lie to you not, AG. I looked at my phone. Shit. And I just put it back down. That's a lie.
You call your phone a liar?
Liar. I was like, straight up lie. Lie.
Why would you call your phone a liar, sir? It's the messenger.
I looked at it and I was like, nah, it's bullshit.
So you don't believe nothing your phone is telling you right now?
So at that, you know, at 11:30, hell no. I'm looking to see how bad we beat the brakes out of New York, which we did. And so, like, I looked at my phone. Nah, that's a lie. 2 minutes later, vibrates. You know, NBA person Shams literally puts it there. This is not a joke.
Did he really?
Like he was talking to me.
This is not a joke.
I was like, this said, but I think I'm not sure exactly what he said, but he said something like that. And I was like, nah, that's bullshit. Like, that's bullshit. But no shit. Like, he really was like, because he literally texts, this is real, or this is not a joke or something. Because he had to text it twice. Because I guess
Are you serious?
Everybody was like, yeah, I guess everybody was like, nah, that's some bullshit. Because I was like that. Man, 11:30 at night, man. Somebody's trying to punk my ass. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm about to go to bed. This is real. What just happened? And of course, 2.5 hours later, I'm still up watching SportsCenter, trying to find everything I can about it. And they still talking about it today.
Yep. I didn't find out till actually, Lauren told me this morning in bed, and she was like, did you know this? And I was like, no, what? Doncic for AD? And I was like, what are you talking about? It's the same thing that I felt like when my coworker, I had gotten to work, my coworker's like, Alton, Kobe died. And I was like, man, stop playing. But no, it happened. It's real.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is happening? I was like, well, why? What happened?
So can I ask a question real quick?
What's up?
Because I need to make sure that I'm thinking about this right. How much does your wife know about NBA basketball? A lot? A little? Enough?
I mean, she knows enough, but see, she follows ESPN. So her phone was blowing up. She just assumed because I stay up later than her that I knew already. What she didn't realize is my feed is full of politics and music stuff or whatever it is, so I never see sports. So we're sitting in bed talking, and so I'm just like halfway in and halfway out. And she was like, "Did you know this?" I was like, "No, what? AD for Doncic?" And I was like, "Girl, stop playing. I'm trying to,
Exactly right.
And then it's just like, no, this happened. This happened last night. And I was like, bruh, because I was up until like 2:45, and I didn't know. And it was just like, like I said before, I wasn't trying to know. I wasn't watching the game. Actually, I was watching the game, but I was watching a pre-recorded game. So there was no way for me to know. And so by the time I went to bed, my phone was off, whatever. And I don't follow sports for real. Not on my phone. From a social media standpoint, I don't really follow sports. But she follows it.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that she did, because it's like, because she broke it all the way down for me. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yes, this happened last night. And then she showed me Stephen A. He's covering a game, looking at the scoreboard like, what just happened? And I'm like, players are like, what? So it's just like, bruh, everybody's like caught off guard. And I'm like, do you understand how hard it is to keep a secret in big time sports? I'm like, that's some back channeling. Like, my man called Pelinka and was like, bruh, you want this dude? Because we want AD. He fat, he's unreliable, he's hurt, and he running up on a supermax. I'm not trying to do it for this dude. Do you want him? And I thought there had to be more to it. Because I'm like you.
That's about it.
I'm like you. I'm like, they were just in the finals. This dude dropped 30 just because he showed up. What are you talking about? He like buckets. Now, I do understand what I did. I told Lawrence, like, everything they're saying on the surface is true. He lacks condition and he's pudgy. But then I was like, so what? They out here trading Jokic too? They the same dude. Dropped 30 because they showed up and fat. The only difference between Jokic and Doncic is Jokic is taller. And I'm like, are we really doing this now? And I told her, I was like, I felt like there was something else that had to be going on other than this man is 30 pounds overweight.
No.
But apparently that was it. They didn't want to waste a Supermax deal on someone that chose not to be fit. And I'm like, if this is what we're doing, okay. All right. So that put everybody else on notice. Because the players, some of the players are like, well, this shows you that the NBA is going to, y'all need to be professional. Maybe LeBron can show this dude how to stay in shape. Blase, blase, blah. Like, I'm not really calling it body shaming, but I feel like it's body shaming. Like, bruh, really? But okay. But I will say this. If the Mavericks don't win, if the Mavericks don't win a championship this year or next, this guy's got to get fired. Because ownership thought he was kidding when he brought it to him. So they let him do it. So only thing I'm saying is, you better win in the next few months or the next 18. Because if you don't, you're fired. You're all in.
So,
you're all in.
And here's the funny part about this, man. Because this is where I found my laughter. So basically, what you decide to do is you gave the Lakers. We traded out a 31-year-old power forward center for a 25-year-old. Oh my God, this might be one of the best players in the NBA players. All because you're a little overweight. Like, first of all, you dumber than a box of rocks. That's what contracts are for, dumbass. And two, the Mavericks are like 28 and 26. They're like 8th or 9th in the West. I thought they were like 5th or around where we are. No, I'm a Lakers fan. The Lakers have a better record with them than them. So on top of, okay, you can sit here and say, well, we ain't got no defense in the paint. I give you that. Bruh, we got 2 people who can drop 40 on you separately at the same time. Are you dumb, stupid, high, or all of the above? Like who, look, man, look, I love defense, but last time I checked, you win games by outscoring other motherfuckers. I mean, that's the last time I checked. Now, and then, of course, like, here's the killer. So you give him to LeBron, the $6 billion man who spends like $10 million a year on his body. You give Mr. walking 30-point triple-double, who is 30 pounds overweight, to a dude who's like, bruh, I can get you in shape in 3 months. What are we doing?
Well, you're presuming a lot, though. And hear me out.
You know what I'm not presuming? Hold on. You know what I'm not presuming?
What's that?
After this year, he still has 2 years left on his contract.
He does.
After this year, because they traded him, he's no longer eligible for the Supermax. So, at least, I don't know, somewhere around $150 million. Hello, motivation. And you play Dallas like 6 times a year. Already. The fans were like, fire everybody.
I saw the casket thing.
Bro.
They had a procession.
Fire everybody. Look, man, I love Anthony Davis. But Anthony Davis ain't Luka Doncic by any means. Actually, my biggest knock on Anthony Davis is the motherfucker takes too many threes. Bitch, you're 6'11".
But he has already said he doesn't want to play like a guard, bro. He told it like a month ago. He was like, I don't want to play center. There it is.
And what comes out is that's one of the reasons why the Lakers are like, sure.
It puts him in a wildly better situation. Because you have 2 guys that are centers, legit centers, that want to be centers.
Correct.
That makes you the 4, which you feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And you getting dimes from Kyrie all night. So I'm like, everybody won here. I'm just surprised that somebody actually did it, and they did it for the reasons they did it.
And I'm going to disagree on that. You want to know why I disagree on that?
Okay.
The Mavericks are 26 and 24. There are 82 games in a season. Now, I'm not sitting here saying they can't ball out. All I'm sitting here saying is, I mean, they in the play-in game. Like, the Lakers been there the last 2 years. We 28-19. We're 5th. We're like, hell no with that shit. And if we get Luka Doncic back, hey, we'll take fat Luka Doncic and we'll not be in the play-in game. And we'll go to the goddamn finals with fat Luka Doncic.
Wait a minute, is that gonna be his name on the show, Fat Luka Doncic?
Fat Luka Doncic took them to the finals last year.
Well, with Kyrie, yes, absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. He had Kyrie last year. You are 100% correct. And hello, upgrade Jordan. LeBron James.
I hear what you're saying. Look, man, only thing I'm saying is this. If you felt that strongly about his conditioning, which we all saw it in the finals, we all saw it. Now, I'm not saying they would have won if he was in tip-top shape. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying this. He doesn't commit to playing defense, and he doesn't have the energy to do so and score 30. He can't because he's a little pudgy. Now, I don't agree with the fact that you trade a dude at that level for that reason. Because I'm sitting here going, I can't find a good reason why you did what you just did. I feel like this is a personal attack. I really do. There is no way in the world you can't tell me that this is not a personal attack.
I mean, bruh.
Can you?
28.1 points a game, 8.3 rebounds, 7.8 assists, shooting 56% from the floor.
I mean, who does that?
I mean,
there's not many people in the NBA that does that, right? That can do that,
and
right?
two of them on the same damn team. I mean, you know, if I'm the Thunder, I'm pissed. I'm so pissed right now. If I'm the Thunder,
why?
If I'm the Oklahoma City Thunder, bro.
Why are you pissed at them? If you're them, why are you pissed?
No, I'm not. They lost to Luka Doncic by himself last year.
Yeah, you're right about that. Absolutely.
And nobody in the playoffs wants to see LeBron and Luka. And hey, we're gonna give you 2 months to get y'all synergy together.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like I love it. I mean,
you should. You're a Laker fan.
As far as winning the deal, A plus. And we got the dude, once LeBron retires, we got the face of the NBA on our team. Get the fuck out of here, man.
But see, it's not about the Lakers, man. It's about the Mavericks coming to the Lakers and saying, please take my wife, please. That's what that was. I'm like, what are y'all? This has so much less to do with the Lakers than it does whatever their whatever the Mavericks general manager was thinking.
You know, it's like you being the Dallas Mavericks trading your wife from one of the women that you had in the past.
I told my wife that very same thing today. I was like, if I got on the show tonight and say I'm leaving my wife,
but some chick used to be with,
and for them not to think there is something else going on is the stupidest thing ever. Okay, yeah, I'm trading my wife because she's overweight. Get the fuck out of here. There's something else happened. Something else happened. It can't be that simple. And I don't care what those two said. Because as far as I'm concerned, Jason Kidd's sitting there like, you dumb asshole. But anyway, I don't care what his explanation, his public explanation was. What I care about is there is something else happening between those two, and he had the power to be petty. And this is what he did. Only thing I'm telling you is right now, whether it happens this year or next, because if this doesn't equal a championship, no matter what happens, AD get hurt, Kyrie get hurt, so whatever, it doesn't matter. Whether the situation is in your control or out of your control. If Dallas doesn't win a championship, at least by 2026, he's fired. He's done.
And they got brittle ass AD, man. Like,
and actually, to his credit, I had no idea he had been so durable this year.
Yeah, but he was out. He's been out for like a week.
I realized that, but he's played like 80% of the games. That's impressive for him. Now, good luck going forward. You know, I'm just letting you know. Like you said, you know, he's a little fragile. I'm not saying he's soft. I'm saying that he can't stay on the floor. And actually, from that point of view, I'm kind of surprised that this didn't happen another way from the Lakers trading him somewhere else, because the guy can't stay healthy for myriad reasons.
And that's the thing. The Lakers really wanted to keep him, and they were just like, you know what, we all in with you.
Yeah, he just signed a deal like what, last year?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So LeBron likes you. So yeah, we in. But then, hey man, look man, we don't want Luka no more. You give us AD.
I love that face.
And literally, if you listen to everything I said, the first time they talked about it, Pelinka was like, that's funny. You for real? And then, of course, last night, he was like, you bullshitting me, man. What's wrong with him? He fat. That's it. He's just fat. Like, he's been in the MVP conversation the last 5 years. He's all NBA 5 of the 6 years he's been in the league. And you mad because he's a little overweight? Where do I sign? Yesterday. Can we go back in time? Like, I thought you was bullshitting me, man. And then the other thing they said was like, they didn't even get both of the Lakers' first round picks. They just got one.
Yeah, because the other pick went to the third team involved, right?
No, a second round pick went to them, yeah. But not the other first round pick. No, we still have our other first round pick in 2030. Hold on, you saying you just want one pick? And you want AD and these guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's Shafito? Well, we didn't re-sign. We didn't sign his qualified offer. So he's dead weight. And you giving us Luka, oh, this dude's hurt, but this other dude just don't get no time? And we got Luka for 2 more years after this season? And we ain't got to pay him that Supermax? How does the Lakers lose in this? We fucking don't. Like, bruh, we can't talk about it no more, but yo, all I'm saying is, yo, it's just like we were talking about the Eagles, man. You didn't get Saquon Barkley that rushing touchdown. All you got to win a Super Bowl. They 1 game from that. Hey, Dallas Mavericks, you got to win a championship. Bro, you're like ninth in the Western Conference. Good luck with that shit.
Things might change. I mean, the situation with Dallas is really good too. So I mean, let's not pretend like Dallas is gonna like they burn the house down.
Well,
the situation that AD is getting into is pretty comfortable for him. He doesn't have to play the 5. He can play the 4. And you still have Thompson, you have Kyrie, you have all this scoring, and your defense have gone up like 30%.
What do you mean all what scoring? Your number 1 scoring leader, you just traded.
I'm not saying that. What I'm telling you is they have a good situation.
You're right.
And from a defensive standpoint, they have clicked up 30%.
That's right. That's very true.
That's all I'm saying.
And you're right. You're 100%. The defense is better. They got a really good 4, and all they had to do was give up a walking bucket.
Right.
That's like trading Kevin Durant. I mean, Phoenix should have did that shit. Oh, you want some defense? Bruh, you give us Kevin Durant, we'll give you Anthony Davis. Phoenix is like, shit, if I knew it was that easy, we would have did that shit.
But this is what we're saying. Ruben. It's not that easy because this is petty. As far as I'm concerned, this happened because somebody got upset because they thought that hey, Luka, lose some weight. Luka's like, I'm going to Sizzler. And he took that personal. He took that so personal, he can't see the forest for the trees. So he said, you know what? I have power, and I'm not going to let this slide. I want Anthony Davis because of this, that, and the other. There are myriad reasons why. And now that ESPN broke it down for me, it makes so much sense. I'm not calling anybody else. And I'm like, Pelinka, Doncic for AD. And it's, like you said, as soon as he figured out he wasn't high, it's like, oh, yeah. And it's like, just do it right now. No one knew. LeBron finds this out on his phone while he's at dinner with his family.
Yo, and remember the game was at 8:30.
Exactly.
He found out when the rest of us found out.
Exactly.
But they did say they told AD not to play. They took him from playing. They said he can't play today. So they took him from possibly being playing. And nobody knew why. Not even AD. It was like, nah, because they didn't want to get hurt.
Yep.
And I'm just like, bruh, and we still beat the brakes off the Knicks, who had their full team almost. I mean, look, man, all I'm saying is, if that's not the Kevin Hart eye emoji.
I know, right?
And you're right. Hey, man, they got AD for another 2.5 years. We got Luka Doncic for 2.5 years. Last time I checked, AD's gonna get older and more brittle.
And I forgot he was 31.
He's
forgot he was
32 in
30.
March.
Oh,
He's 32 in March. And Luka Doncic will be 26 later this month.
yeah,
26.
he's still 25. Yeah. I mean, look, man. It is what it
Walking
is.
buckets.
I hear what you're saying.
Walking bucket. Like, what the...
But I'm telling you, something happened between those two.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Pelinka's like...
Wasn't it slow motion?
He's like, yo, I got rid of Crybaby and AD about not getting a 5. And we got Luka Doncic. Damn, if I want rich already, I go play the damn lottery. So I mean, look, man. First of all, fuck everybody else. Rob Pelinka, Executive of the Year.
No,
Fuck everybody
no. You do not give
Yes.
Pelinka credit for this. The only thing he did was have a working brain.
No. He said yes, and that's all he.
That
That's
is
all he
not a
needed to do.
skill. That is not a skill, sir.
It's enough for me. I can't wait. Yeah. So watch now. What's gonna happen? This is what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Quote me. Write it down. Take a picture.
Okay.
We're gonna start seeing workout videos with LeBron and Luka Doncic for the end of the season and through the summer. I guarantee it. And on top of that, if LeBron does decide he wants to retire, LeBron gets paid $50 million. Our salary cap just went, oh! Who don't want to play with Luka Doncic?
Actually,
Let's go.
I didn't realize Kyrie was like, look, man, instead of going to LA, why don't you come out here to Dallas so you can, because I didn't know he wanted to play with Luka like that. For real.
Yeah.
I had no idea until today.
He was trying to get LeBron to come to Dallas.
I had
So it's
no
like-
idea any of this was happening.
Because you know what? Whatchcom saw the forest for the trees. Yo, me, Luka, and LeBron, we run this shit. Now he's like, me, AD, and a bunch of other motherfuckers. When is he taking anybody to the damn finals? Never.
I hear what you're saying, but
When is AD taking anybody to the damn finals? Never. They can't even get out the goddamn playing round.
hey, they did win a championship now. Let's not be mean.
Who? That was LeBron.
I'm just saying he was part of it.
He hit 1-3 to win the game once. Maybe he had a second one. That was LeBron and AD. But it won't AD and LeBron. It didn't say
Understood.
put us in alphabetical order, moment. we knew what was going on.
Okay.
And basically you just said, hey, you know, LeBron, you might should play one more year.
You think he'll stay? Because of everything that's happened? I would.
He wants to play with Luka. There's, once again, years ago, he said Luka was it was a tweet. Luka's my favorite NBA player.
Yeah.
And what if, just what if he takes Luka and gets him in shape?
He'll be a beast, man.
We're going to go just like this, Lakers. Fuck all of y'all. Go ahead. What, Boston, what? Bitch, please. What?
Let's not get out of pocket. Come on, man. Come on now.
Bruh, the Oklahoma Thunder, City Thunder, are pissed.
Yes, they are.
Because don't get it twisted, SGA is a beast, man. That dude's a monster. He is a monster. But they lost to Luka and that guy.
That guy. You calling Kyrie that guy? Come on, man. You know, he deserves to have his name said.
He's only gone to the finals with 2 stars, LeBron
And Luka.
and Luka. Generational talents, they both are.
So that means that you're gonna take away his government name from him?
I'm just gonna say he was never Batman. Hell, he won't even Nightwing.
Damn. Come on, man.
And, I mean, if you expect the AD to be Batman, I got a whole list of shit for you. Receipts.
You don't even have to be a basketball fan for me to understand that. So I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, man, I wish AD well. I think he's in a situation.
I wish AD well
from a work standpoint, when he goes to work, goes to practice, games, I think the situation is better for him in Dallas. By far.
I don't know about by far, but I agree. It's a better situation. The only thing I will say is, kids, sometimes you got to shut your damn mouth. Because he went from a great situation to a very, I'm not sure what the fuck's about to happen here, but we're going to try to work on this shit.
I don't know. I think it's better than that. But you know what? Time will tell. There's no reason to, beat a dead horse. Time will tell whether this was a good thing or not. But what I am saying is, and this is the last thing I'll say about it, trust me, people, I believe in my heart this was petty from a very personal situation. From a very personal situation. I don't know what happened between those two, but something happened. And so this dude was like, I'm your boss and I can do what I want to do. And guess what? Deuces.
Dude, man, they traded Superman for goddamn Robin.
You just said he wasn't Robin.
Huh?
You just said he wasn't even. You was talking about, my bad. You was talking about Kyrie, my bad. Never mind.
Well, yeah, he's Robin. It's Robin and Robin too. You got Dick Grayson and Jason Todd on that Mavs team, and they expect them to win a championship. I got 2 words and we're done. Bitch, please. And that's it. Man. You know the greatest thing? The worst thing could happen to them? 2 things. 1, they don't make the playoffs at all. Highly possible.
Yeah.
Because Golden State's on the outside looking in, and yeah, man, Steph Curry is kind of a little pissed right now. He ain't get nobody. He crying. Fuck this shit. We going to do something. We going to sizzle. Number 2, worst thing could happen to Dallas is the Lakers go back to the finals. And if we go to the finals, Boston or whoever comes from the East, sorry about your luck, bruh. Luka about to win his first one.
I don't know.
And you know what? This will live in infamy, just like the Giants letting go of Saquon Barkley. Woo, buddy. You realize that shit is never gonna die. If Saquon wins the Super Bowl, that clip from Hard Knocks will never die. Never die. Oh, it's the greatest shit ever. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, the worst thing can happen, you go to Philly.
I'd lose sleep. That's a quote from Wellington Mara. I'd lose sleep if he went to Philadelphia.
And he's lost a shit ton of it.
Yep. Apparently he has.
And his team sucks. You bet on the wrong team.
And when your head of scouts tells you on 2 different episodes, this is a bad idea.
How about you listen to the guy?
How about you listen to your son? Not only did he say not trade Saquon, but he said you probably should get Jaden Daniels, Dad. He's good.
Well, they couldn't get him because they picked one of them. And that's trade one.
The only thing I'm saying is if they really wanted one, they could have traded up, but they chose not to.
They could have tried.
I understand. The only thing I'm saying is, like I tell them at work every day, it seems like we're getting these conversations, Joe fucking Shane. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bruh,
hey, that's all I gotta say. I saw this dude disrespect somebody, disrespect his boss, let a running back go that he tried to devalue through the press, and this dude reeled off 2,000 yards and is gonna play a game of very big significance next week, while the Giants didn't do jack and still paying Daniel Jones $96 million guaranteed.
Bruh, I remember when that Daniel Jones trade came out, I was like, that deal, $160 million for that motherfucker? Like, what tape did y'all see that the rest of us did?
Well, wait a minute. See, this is my real problem with it. Because Daniel Jones earned the contract. Because it wasn't a big contract. Number one, Daniel Jones did earn that contract. Number 2, it wasn't a top 5 contract. So it was fair. Because that is kind of the going rate of a quarterback. So my problem is the real reason that Daniel Jones got that contract, the reason he played well enough to get it, is because of Saquon, which isn't unlike most quarterbacks that are doing well in the NFL. So you trade away the dude that makes the $160 million make sense.
No, stop. They didn't trade away. They let him walk, which made it worse.
Well, that's true. My bad. There was no trade. That is very true. But
Which has made it worse.
Right. So they didn't
even get shit for him.
That's my whole point. It's like you took value away on the field from Daniel Jones. Then that devalued him, and all this has happened. Most of this is happening while he's hurt, which makes the situation for him look worse than it is. Then you turn around and let this dude walk, going to a team your owner said, I don't want him going to, over $2 million. $2 million. You couldn't afford to. Okay, never mind.
Go out there and see what you can get.
Exactly.
Saquon Barkley, go see what you can get.
He didn't last 2 days. Philly was on the phone talking about Saquon. So again, Daniel Jones played well enough for this contract, and I get tired of people saying that he didn't. But the real reason, not the real reason, but a great reason why, a big reason why he played so well is because you can't do things when you have a running back like that in the backfield. You can't. There are certain things you can do to a quarterback until he has an offense that has a good short game through the pass or a running game. Because if a quarterback has any one of those, you're going to have to respect something. So Joe Shane single-handedly devalued 2 players 3 different kinds of ways. And now the Giants, and they went out and bought the defensive dude from Carolina for all that money. And so now you have a lame duck general manager because Wellington Mara says, I'm not going to be out here paying people that don't work for me. But he said that and then turned around and didn't extend you. And you have a lame duck coach in Brian Daboll. They're all on the same schedule. And what does that mean in NFL? I'm going to bring a whole new regime, and I'm going to pick me a quarterback next year, and a coach, and a GM, so everybody can be on the same page. I'm telling you, man, Joe Shane screwed himself so bad, and he thought he was cute. This dude's got an enormous amount of hubris because we all saw it play out on camera. This whole thing played out on Hard Knocks, and if you haven't seen it, people, I suggest you go back. 2024 Hard Knocks off-season front office. Please watch it, every episode, because the smartest Shane in the room is the kid. Just saying. So I'm done with that. But every time something goes wrong with the Giants, fucking Joe Shane. That's all I'll say.
And can I say, we all gonna move on, but can I also say that I would say Washington got the better linebacker. Got a better defensive person from Carolina than they did. Frankie Louvu used to play at Carolina as well.
I didn't know that. Well, I'm not gonna go as far as to say that, and the reason why I'm not going to is because at some point we have to talk about quality of coaching and quality of scheme. And the Giants couldn't stop a runny nose. So there's that. I'm not saying that one is better than the other because I can't judge talent like that. But what I do know is a good player, great player on a bad team is not a good or great player. It's just not. Because it can't. Belichick said it all the time. Good players can't overcome bad coaching. Just letting you know. So.
Yeah, Brian Burns, 42 solo tackles last year, 8.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception. Yeah. Fun times. Enough sports.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, it is the month of February. It used to be Black History Month, but the government shut that shit down. So we gonna still love on Black History Month. But the thing they should have shut down should have been Valentine's Day, but they didn't do that because we're a capitalist country and we got to get paid. So, with that being said, this week and next week, we're going to celebrate the greatest man-made holiday ever, and that is Valentine's Day. And we're going to do that in the way that only 5 Minute Warning can. So, today, we are going to talk about the worst dates we have ever had. Now, and that doesn't matter if it's our fault or the other person's fault, because it's super important to realize where you came from. Because everybody's got at least one. A questionable date, a bad date, some shit that they wish never happened. Because you got to fall off the mountain in order to climb up. And, you know, I'm very interested in hearing what AG's got. So, worst date ever, AG. Talk to us. Talk to the people.
I have only had one worst date ever.
Oh, Jesus. That's awesome.
And punchline, I ended up off and on dating this woman for more than a decade.
It couldn't have been that bad.
Well, it was. That's how dumb I used to be. And that's how weak I used to be. I talked to my, because Lauren was like, what y'all talking about tonight? And I told her, and I thought I had told her about what I'm about to say. And she's like, no, you didn't tell me that. So I explained it to her, and I was like, I'm telling you, I was weak. I was weak. And the worst bad date you can have is a bad date with a narcissist. So, but anyway, all of these things that happened, my fault, because I was a weak man. Actually, I wasn't a man at all. I was a bitch.
Oh.
Because what I should have done was like, okay, thank you, never called again. Now, it did have a little bit of context.
Never call again.
Now, I'm just saying it had a little bit of context, but it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, when you have a bad date, don't go out with that person again. So, it was somebody I'd known before. It wasn't cold, but I was out with some friends and I ran into her at a restaurant. I can remember it like it was yesterday. And I said, what's up? I'm not gonna call her name. And she was like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 this and that and the other. And the thing was, she had really stuck her neck out for me. And that's the context. She stuck her neck out for me years prior for no apparent reason. She had everything to lose and nothing to gain because we never dated. So years later, I run into her and, we talk a little bit or whatever it is. It was as a friend's engagement party. So after that was winding down, we talked a little bit after that was over with. And, so I said, hey, you know what? Here's my number. Give me a call. If you want to go out, give me a call. So I left the restaurant, didn't think anything of it. So like 2-3 days later, she gave me a call. So we set a date, this and that. You know how it goes. So I pick her up, everything's going well, and then her phone rings. So she picks it up because this is not like cell phones in 1999 and cell phones now were different. When they rang, you actually picked them up to talk to somebody. It was no texting, it wasn't anything like that. So she would pick up the phone, get on, whatever. I said, okay. First time, second time, third time, fourth time. It happened like 5 or 6 times. And then it got to the point where she was just like, yeah, I'm out, blah, 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 this and that and the other. So she's talking to her friends it's like, I'm all that because somebody's taking me out and I'm talking to you, so I'm the shit. And I'm like, that was rude. This went on all night. All night. And so it's just like, but like I said, the weak person in me, based on what she had done before, right, made me just like forget any of that happened. And so I knew I should have taken it harder, but I just was like, okay, it's fine. It's not a big deal, whatever. But that was the worst date ever. And the reason I say it's the worst date ever because you shouldn't be rude to anyone. If you're on a date with somebody, put your phone away. But what made it the worst was it sparked a relationship that was the most vile, toxic relationship I had ever been in my life. Absolutely. So that one moment, that was bad. It did qualify for your question. Turned into just the worst. However, what you did say, you got to go through something to level up. I told Lauren today, if I wouldn't have gone on that date, or if I would have, stopped it, after that first one, I don't know if I'm sitting here with you right now.
Oh.
Because it took understanding what shit is to understand what Shinola looks like. Plain and simple. So that's my whole thing, man. It was the worst. She's the worst. She is an awful human being.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, most narcissists are. But you're dealing with a woman that used to be 300 pounds that got the surgery, the stomach surgery, to be like, 190 and full of herself. Because when she did me that solid back in the day, she was a little round. You think Dallas Mavericks had a problem with Doncic? Come on, man. So it's just like, okay. So when I saw her, she had her hair done, like really nice, blah, blah, blah. She was, like I said, 100 pounds lighter, and I was like, okay. And she was feeling herself. She probably still is to this day. But again, you have to go through these things so you'll understand what good is. Because, when I was dating my wife, she wasn't trying to hook up with ex-cons while they're still in jail. So it'll make them convicts.
No.
She wasn't taking calls from correctional institutions and all that stuff. She wasn't telling people that I wouldn't commit when I had told her, hey, I don't care who you are, what you've done, I want to be with you, and this and that, and then turn around and say no. So it's awful. I should have never went through it, but since I did and learned from it, I got rewarded. But that was the only awful date I've ever had, and it was bad.
Wow.
Yes.
Woo.
But like I said, I had to give you context because it was a story behind it.
Wow.
But
That's
yeah, man,
pretty
if
bad.
a woman that you're dating likes guys that are in jail, you might want to move it on. Keep it moving. You might want to keep it moving. That's not a good sign. Someone that almost exclusively dates convicts. Yeah. That's not a good thing.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying.
I wonder if she was on that A&E show. Life After Lockup.
Bro, when I saw that show, I was like, is so-and-so on that show? And Lauren was like, see, you ain't right.
No.
Yes, I am.
You
It's
are-
true. It's
you-
true.
you-
Am I lying?
No, you are right, sir.
Exactly.
Because if they're gonna do that show to put out their dumb business, you just trying to get paid.
Well, see, some people like the attention. Some people love the attention because, think about it, bro. And I was never mad at her for that because, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're emotionally unavailable and you have herpes, you have an audience that's captive in so many ways.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere. And you know where they are at all times. And the best part of their day is when they call you on the phone. What narcissist doesn't want that?
True.
Then when they get out of jail, they can live with you, drive your car, eat your food, because that fulfills your need to be wanted and needed. And then you can also say, well, I have my degree and I have this certain job and I'm better than you and you need me and all the things. Until they decide to leave you for something better and they never really get to your house to start with. There's that part. So, I'm just saying. I understand it from her point of view. Only thing I'm telling the audience is listening is If you see anybody behaving in a way in which I just described, you probably want to just stop.
In the name of love, before you have a bad date.
So,
and it's over.
I didn't get burned. I'm healthy, all the things. I got out of it unscathed. Now, I did learn some lessons. There are battle scars, but
you could have got that Simplex 8,
oh
bro.
my God. I mean, how do you shave your junk when you got an outbreak, bro? I'm just a bro.
I don't even know.
Hey, man.
I don't know how that shit works. That's just what it is.
Like I said, I have done some things in life that required a little bit more chutzpah than I had at the time. But the bottom line is this. When women tell you that you shouldn't abandon them and you should give them another chance, no, you shouldn't. There's no woman on the planet that's worth a second chance because they're not giving you one.
Ooh.
They're not giving you one. If somebody, Maya Angelou said this. She was probably talking about men, but this is a general statement. When somebody shows you who they are, when they're taking phone calls on a date, like legit calls.
Yeah, that you should have known better. You should have just walked out.
Exactly, and I didn't. And I'm telling you from my own weakness, I'm trying to make y'all stronger. Just saying.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, awesome. So my bad date was my fault.
Explain, sir.
So, back in the day when I was a lot younger, I was working a couple different jobs. Work one during the week, work another job on the weekend. You know, the one on the weekend, kind of hollered at the girl who worked there. And finally got to a point where, okay, let's try this dating thing. So it was a Saturday. Once again, I left my other job, came home on Friday, went to sleep, woke up, went to the other job. For some reason or another, I was like, yeah, let's go out tonight. Bruh, the job during the week, I was tired. Like, I'm talking about like coma-like tired. And then, of course, I came to a new job at 6 a.m. in the morning. Not the new job, the weekend job. 6 a.m. in the morning. I mean, I'm still coma. Get through it. She wanted, you see, it was my fault on a couple of different reasons. One, because of what happened. But two, part of it wasn't my fault. But three, it was my fault because I said yes. So she's like, I want to go see the movies. Awesome. Number one, I should have said no.
Are you tired?
I'm too tired.
I'm so sorry.
So that shit's my fault.
Yes, I do see that.
Number two, she wanted to go, after I caved in like a dumbass, she wanted to go see possibly the worst sequel ever to a movie that exists, and it shouldn't exist. And the fact that it does exist, everybody's going to hell for it. Sister Act 2.
You thought that was bad? I didn't think it was bad. I mean, I think they should have left well enough alone, but I mean, I didn't think it was bad.
I'm tired.
That part.
You're going to make me sit through a Whoopi Goldberg movie?
Yeah.
Because the first one wasn't that good.
You didn't like Sister Act? Bro. Come on, man.
Don't judge me.
I will not judge you.
The movie was fucking terrible. So, of course, let's put two shits together for me. Boom! Your boy fell asleep. In the theater.
Did you snore?
Of course. I got woken up like 3 times.
Oh my God.
So first of all, like, I should have just said no because I was too tired. Then I should have said no because of fucking Sister Act. Back to the Habit or whatever the fuck it was. Back to the horrible ass movie. And then 3, I made her pay for it.
She paid?
No, she didn't pay for the movie. I mean, like, the punishment was, look, man, and I don't snore like
No, you snore loud. I know you do, because I do too.
in the theater. It had to be
So could they
embarrassing.
even hear dialogue over that?
I mean, so it was probably, so the cool thing about it is, like, when I'm really tired, I don't snore loud. Like, when I'm like dead, like I can sleep like 24 hours, I don't snore loud, but I do what I'm that type of shit, because I'm trying to breathe. And back then I was much younger, and I didn't realize, you know, back then it won't no CPAP machines and shit. So like, yo, you just breathe hard. You just snore. That's just what it was. Oh, you just snore. You good? Yeah, bro. Like, I felt bad for her. I felt bad.
Did she
I felt
forgive
bad.
you at least?
I mean, yeah, we hung out a couple more times. But she was like, "Are you tired?" I was like, "No."
Well, I thought, you know what? It's cool that she was cool about it.
I mean, I don't know if she was cool about it.
Because she could have been she could have been terrible about it.
I mean, she was pissed. I mean, because I ruined her fucking great movie.
Come on, man.
To me, I feel like I did her a favor for ruining that movie for her.
How you gonna say what her movie should be?
She picked it.
All right, so it's good for her. And she couldn't hear the dialogue over your snoring.
First of all, Sister Act 2 wasn't good for nobody. The fact that it was created. I hope Whoopi Goldberg got her check up front.
They always get their check up front.
You know. Well, back then, yes. Now they get pieces of the toy line and all that shit. But yeah, man. Nah, that was the worst date. And I wasn't even like up for most of it. So I know it was bad. But yeah, shout out to old girl. She know who she is. Like, if she's listening, I'm sorry. I mean, I spent a couple months apologizing. You know.
Oh my God. You know what? I think both of us have had bad dates, and both of us have learned our lesson.
Yeah, but you know, it's one thing to realize when that shit your fault.
Well, I mean,
and I was okay with realizing it was my fault. I was. I very much was. But you know, that's when I learned, like, yo, Whoopi Goldberg and tired don't mix. Especially in a dark like movie. Oh, hell no.
Actually, at this age, I don't really go to movies for real, because I'm afraid I'll fall asleep even if it's good.
I go during the day. Midnight movies are over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, when
I used to
Captain
love
America-
going to 10 o'clock showings, man. I used to love
Yeah. Except like when Captain America comes out, I'm probably gonna see it at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. I thought when is the first showing?
I don't know. But you know, it's gonna be if it's a midnight showing, that means it starts again at 12. That's how they do. Like, I'm aware, you know? So Brent hit us up with a bad date of his, apparently. Went to Cloverleaf. Cloverleaf. Shout out to Cloverleaf. She saw her boyfriend there, wanted me to hide so she could see who he was with. Oh, that's foul. I mean, wait a minute. She is with you, though.
Nah, but she wanted to clock her boyfriend to see who he was with. I thought that's how I read.
Yeah, but ain't they on a date?
Yeah, I mean, I think somebody was creeping. That's what I thought.
That sounds like some two-timing bullshit. I can go out with other dudes, but you can't.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You know people like that.
That's called moving goalposts, man.
And we talk about it on this show every week, sir.
Oh, most definitely. So yeah, all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is, look, man, we all have bad dates. Don't let that 1 or 2 or 20 bad dates ruin your life. And don't ever think that you can't fall in love. Just don't do it on Valentine's Day, because that was created by men. That shit ain't legit. So much money will be spent on fucking Valentine's Day. It's absurd.
I'll be spending mine.
Exactly.
Actually, I got started on the 1st.
Worse. Baby, February is Valentine's month.
Exactly.
Valentine's Day.
Hey, I want to stay married, sir.
I mean, sure. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Hey, I don't know what you're going through on that shit. So I'm gonna just like, I'm gonna let you have that. You know, that's cool. I mean, shit. Like, So next week, we're gonna give awesome ideas on what the coolest things that we've done on Valentine's Day, so you can copy it, make it much better, and you have a chance of staying with the women you're with. Because I'm not saying, first of all, my shit next week is fire, but I'm single now, and that's all I got to really say.
So we got to work on Super Bowl Sunday, bro.
Damn, that is Super Bowl Sunday.
Nah, man, we can't work on Super Bowl Sunday.
That's a good point. Nah, we're not working next week.
Nah,
we off next week. Yeah, we off next week. Sorry about that. I guess you're here the day after Valentine's Day, so you can tell us all the bomb ass shit you did for your significant other, and I can tell you why I don't care because I'm still single. So like, I'm cool with that. So yes, you heard it here first. We ain't working next week. We're here. So, you know, because we do get a couple Sundays off a year. I forgot to. That's how much I don't care about football right now.
Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Y'all had a good season, bro.
We did, but we ain't playing next
meanwhile, we
week.
out here hiring Brian Schottenheimer. Come on, man.
I won't go say that.
I'll say it.
Hey, man, Brian Schottenheimer gonna take you out to the promised land.
If I could reach through the computer screen, bro. Really?
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry because that's who you are.
No. I'm doing my Kevin Hart impression.
Yeah, we all did. Because when Laura told me that, I was like, I walked out of the room.
Bro, I need one thing to happen, and I will give up my Washington fandom for a year if this one thing were to happen.
Which is?
Can Jerry Jones just shut the fuck up for a year?
You will not have to give up your fandom. Because it's not going to happen.
This dude said, I'm taking a chance. I'm getting out of my comfort zone.
Getting out of your comfort zone is giving somebody else the general manager
some power.
job.
Yeah.
That's getting out of your comfort zone, sir. I told you, Jerry Jones doesn't want to win bad enough to stop doing what he's doing.
No, he doesn't. He wants to be paid. He says he want to win. He don't want to win.
He don't want to win. No, absolutely not.
He just wants to be the number one franchise in the world. And I get that. I just wish you just come out and say it.
But he already has that. Because what he actually is saying is, I want the number one brand in the world.
Yeah, but here's the problem, right? If you don't watch out.
Oh, somebody's going to overtake. Sure.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I've been pretty good about my Dallas stuff, but yo, I saw a meme the other day. I was done, man. I was done.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry. They said, yo, man, Tress Way has more passing yards than anybody on Dallas Cowboys in 29 years in the NFC Championship game.
Let's go. And it's true. Because didn't that play go for like 15 yards?
Yeah, hit the punter. It went for 22.
22? Okay.
The punter's got more passing yards than just Dak Prescott in the NFC Championship game.
And we're surprised why.
I was weak.
It's funny.
It's super funny. I was weak. Oh, God. Hey, man, but Dallas wants to run it back.
Okay. Hey, man, before we get too far away from it, yeah. I want to congratulate y'all on your free agent pickup of Micah Parsons.
You stupid.
It's going to happen.
You're stupid.
It's going to happen.
In 2 years, you're probably right.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
But I don't know. He loves Jerry, man. He loves Jerry because Jerry lets him do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
But you know who he loves more than Jerry?
Winning.
No, Dan Quinn. And actually, they're synonymous, so it doesn't matter. But yeah.
We'll see. Because because Dan Quinn might be like, yo, this podcast shit during the season. We'll see.
Look, just remember I said this.
So, Brett, look, You need to listen to last week's podcast. That word is not recognized on my show.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing that, yeah.
Yeah, so listen to last week's episode. You'll understand why we don't recognize that word on our show. Next time I'm going to ban you.
Why you gotta go all like that, man?
No, I'm just lying, but still. So, what's on your mind, AG?
My mother taught me a lot of things. She was a great woman. She really was.
She was, and she did. She taught me some stuff too.
She taught everybody in the family something.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that comes up in my life the most, there's two things. Number one, 3 people can't tell the same lie. I love when she said that. And every day I live,
so
it
true.
is more true every day. I mean, you can solve more mysteries than a little bit just by that alone. So it's just like, but number 2, which is the one that was affecting me this weekend, was you get what you pay for. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you can get great stuff for a cheaper price. But in essence and by concept, that is absolutely true. You get what you pay for. So, like most men, I shave. I shave my head, trim my beard, all those things. And I have been a Gillette user for, I guess, 20 years. Their Fusion, that line is great. So my biggest complaint, like most people's biggest complaint with the Fusion system, it was called something else before, but now it's a Fusion system, is the price is astronomical. But you buy it, and once you feel it, it's like, okay, this is dope. I've never shaved before I started doing it. Actually, that's not true. I used a 3-blade system before, and I broke out it was so bad. So once my face healed, I was like, well, I didn't shave for a while with a blade, using clippers. So I was like, I saw this Fusion thing come out, and I was like, you know what, 5 blades. And what sold me was the commercial had 3 black men. One was a football player, like soccer football. The other one was Tiger Woods, and there was another guy, I can't remember who he was and what he did. And I thought about it, and I was like, wait a minute. Y'all are making a blade that you think is so good that you're gonna let black people promote this? Okay, I'll try it. And man, best thing ever. So 20 years later, I'm tired of paying all this money. And so is Harry's. So I used to hear their commercials on ESPN. If you listen to a lot of sports radio, you know what that is.
That's what I use.
Okay, so I'm like, I'm gonna try it. So I went there, and it was dirt cheap. With respect to what I'm used to paying, it was dirt cheap. 4 blades and a handle with a blade. So you got 5 blades and a handle for $18. And I was like, okay, this is what's up. I didn't like the way the blades were spaced. It looked a little, I was like, but you know what? I'll try it. So I shaved with it on my face first, and I was like, wow, that's tugging. It doesn't feel very smooth. And I was like, okay, well, maybe it's just me, because sometimes I'll just wet the blade and just keep, do what I got to do. But man, when I got in the shower and I started shaving, I was like, this is not working out. And I nicked my balls, and I was like, okay, this is stupid.
Whoa. You should have led with the fact that you about to be shaving your balls.
I've already said that on this show.
I mean, but still, you gotta remind people that you about to talk about shaving your balls, man.
I already said this.
That shit came out of nowhere, man. I wasn't prepared for that.
Well, anyway, I was like, ouch, that hurt.
That's your first
And I'm
problem.
like, man, this is not cool. And I told Lauren about it. She said, man, you might want to go, I think I'm going to go back to Gillette. She's like, well, we need to do that. And I explained to her what I explained to you about the price, And so we went to Kroger, and it was just like, again, astronomical, but it's like, bruh, I can't do that anymore. And so I got online to make sure, because I was like, let me see if people have had this issue, because my skin is a little sensitive and I'm going to feel a lot of things. And so, yeah, a lot of people are like tugging, a little sharp. I cut myself all the time. I said, well, at least I'm not by myself. Now, what I'm not saying is that Harry's is bad, because you're a user and there's lots of users out there that have a lot of success. So I'm like, okay. But for me, it wasn't cool. And what my point is, even if it costs a lot of money, don't fix it if it ain't broke. Pay the money. So, I mean, learning the hard way, it's like, I should have just been like, it checks all the boxes, pay the money, and keep it moving. Because nicking your balls is not cool. It's just not. So that's my whole point. Thank you, Mama. Appreciate you. Because you do get what you pay for. And so that's what's on my mind. Shout out Gillette. Are you okay, Ruben?
I'm gonna need you not to talk about shaving your balls anymore.
I have said this to you before.
Clearly, I was not paying.
You commented on it. So did Moby. He was like, man, I don't trust nobody to do that. I said, what you mean? You doing it? I said, I don't trust me to do that. That's a quote. We have talked about it on this show before live.
I know, man, but I need some warning if you're going to talk about this shit again, man.
I was talking about shaving.
That was a conversation about shaving your balls, man. Like, I get it. But I'm just saying I need some prerequisite next time. Because
how can I give you a warning?
Because I thought you were going to talk about shaving your face and your beard and shit with it. And I just was like...
And I did that too.
Yeah, but you came with the balls, man. I wasn't prepared. That's all I'm saying, man. Because just like I said last time... You see... I don't give a damn, man. There ain't nothing like that going down my balls. Fuck that. Nope.
I mean, but some people keep a bush. Okay, that's cool. Not me.
I mean, no.
I'm baldy down there, bro.
I mean, I don't need to know that. That's fine. Bruh. I mean, it's not like it's a goddamn jungle down here, but I'm just like, like, the benefits of not growing hair everywhere, I'm happy with it. But it's like, I wasn't prepared. I just wasn't prepared.
You seem traumatized, man.
I am, man. There are times on this show, man, that just because I don't show my traumatization, that doesn't mean I'm not.
Only thing I'm saying is this is not the first time I've talked about this, sir.
I understand that, and I felt this way the last time you talked about it. I'm just saying, man. That's just like getting hit in the junk. Somebody getting hit in the junk, and you see it, but you feel it. Even though you didn't get hit in the junk, you feel the junk getting hit. It's the same. Nah, man.
And that's what I was trying to describe. I was like, it's no fun getting nicked in the balls.
I mean, but...
Look at Brent. That's nuts. That was hilarious.
That's a dad joke. It was terrible.
It was good. It was so good.
And
it was
I'm
so
just saying, I just need a warning next time, man.
How can I warn you, Ruben? When you hold up a sign, I'm about to talk about my shaving my balls.
Hey, Ruben, I'm about to talk about shaving my nuts. Okay, cool. Then I know what I need to listen to, what I don't. I'm just saying. I just feel like...
Man, I was not trying to violate you, man.
I know you weren't, man. I'm not saying you did. I don't feel like sharp objects should go near my nuts and my penis. I'm very fine with naturality. Like,
naturality? Cool. Is that even a word?
No, but that's all I can think of in this moment. That's all I'm saying. It's like, I appreciate the fact that you're old enough to talk about you shaving your balls. I need a lead in next time. That's all I'm saying.
I will be sure to lead in. Because the last time I talked about this, you did not respond this way.
Because, man, I felt like you were reaching out. And I appreciate the fact
I was reaching.
that you were talking about some shit that was personal to you. And I felt like me jumping in would have been callous and bad. Now I'm just like, I can't take this shit no more. That's all I'm saying. Like, I know there are a lot of dudes on this planet that do it, but there's a reason why we don't necessarily talk about it, because the rest of us can't deal.
Ruben, they have whole ad campaigns behind devices that help you do the very same thing.
I understand that.
I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, man. My area is sensitive, and
mine is too.
Yeah.
That's why I went back to Gillette.
Clearly not, because you shaved that shit, man. Like, I don't get it, and it's okay, man. I'm just letting you. I'm speaking to you from a place of feeling, and yeah, you talking about shaving your nuts bothers me. That's all I can say. I'm glad you are confident enough to shave your nuts.
Yes.
I appreciate that. I am not.
Well, nor is Mo.
Yeah.
Because he said, I don't trust myself with that.
Exactly. So, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jesus. So I'm sorry for this reaction. I didn't think you were taking it there. I wasn't prepared.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't mentally prepared. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well, speaking of nuts, what about Justin Tucker? My bad. Too soon.
Man, that's too soon.
Too soon.
Because
Too soon.
I
didn't know Deshaun had a white cousin.
Man, stop it.
Anyway, I will not talk about shaving my nether regions anymore. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm just saying you can't. I need a warning.
I don't know how I can warn you, sir.
We gotta figure something out. I mean,
you are over there just. What is wrong with you right now?
I don't know. It just. Yeah. I went to a place I didn't realize I was going. So I apologize. But so today, what's on my mind? Two things. The first thing I'd like to say is I'm trying to use my words delicately because I'm not really pissed off and I'm not sad. I'm just like, there are way too many idiots on this planet and I'm over it. Like, so Bryce Mitchell, he's a UFC featherweight. Well, this asshole decided that on his podcast earlier this week, there are a couple things you can do in your podcast to piss off the country. Well, he chose to use one of those. And I guess he just forgot a couple things. So, in his podcast, Mitchell said that Hitler was, quote, a good guy, unquote, who, quote, fought for his country, unquote. Bruh.
I mean, but doesn't that sound like who we are now?
Bruh, history don't say that shit.
I realize that, but doesn't that sound like who we are right now?
Oh, but hold on.
Oh, it gets better.
He doubles down.
Yeah, got to.
And says, the Holocaust didn't happen.
You didn't see that coming?
Then he tripled down.
Wow, triple down. Okay.
And he took aim at the LGBTQ plus and Jewish communities. Yeah, you know how, look, man. You know how bad this shit gotta be if Dana White comes out and says you're an idiot?
Well, Dana White came out and said he's an idiot because he was messing around with Jewish people. If he'd have said something about black people, he'd have been okay.
Well, he said, quote, I know a lot of people died in the Holocaust, and that's a fact, unquote. Hitler did a lot of evil things, and I think we all can agree on that. I'm definitely not a Nazi, and definitely do not condone any of the evil things Hitler did. And of course, he apologized. I'm sorry if I sounded offensive. I definitely wasn't trying to offend anybody, but I know I did. Hold on, player. What was your first clue?
He doesn't believe. No, he doesn't believe anything, man. He believes what he said the first time.
Bro, so hold on. You saying Hitler was a good guy? Wasn't like that one offensive? Okay. You know what? That's not offensive. Whatever. Fuck that. Oh, the Holocaust did happen. Really? So we're gonna double down on the fact that you won't try to offend anybody. So all these Jewish people got slaughtered. Yet,
but apparently it didn't happen, right?
I mean, but damn, man.
I mean, you told me two things. You said, well, not two things, but the biggest thing that you told me about this guy is you said he's a UFC fighter, correct?
UFC fighter.
He's talking that entire crowd for the most part. He's talking to his base.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is this even? I mean.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh, okay.
So I looked him up because I need to see what color this dude is.
Okay.
Of course, he's white. He's got brown hair. Okay. But here's the thing, right? His nickname is Thug Nasty.
Why would you want to nickname yourself that? Apparently, he's watched the Boondocks.
Maybe the Boondock Saints.
Maybe.
Hold on, man. Hitler was cool.
Yep.
The Holocaust didn't happen. And, you know, all the LGBTQ plus and the Jewish people are terrible.
Yes.
And your nickname is Thug Nasty.
I mean,
how can all this happen in one spot? Like,
because it's America, man.
Yeah, it's fucking America. So,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said Boondocks because that was Thugnificent, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Thugnificent.
Okay.
Thugnificence. Thugnificent, yes, you're right. But still, well, you know, he hasn't been booked for a fight in a while, so whatever.
I mean, like I said, man, if you're a UFC fighter, that's who your base is. I don't know why this is a problem. I really don't know why this is a problem.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. At first, I was turned off by it, but then when I saw what his nickname was, I was like, Thug Nasty. Really? You look like you came from fucking Iowa, working at a farm somewhere. Thug, what do you know about thugs, motherfucker? Like, get the fuck out of here. I mean, you probably got Thug Nasty on your damn chest too, because you're a fucking idiot. So, yeah, Thug Nasty, man.
Hey, man.
Thug Nasty.
Holocaust did not happen, sir.
Clearly not to this guy. I mean, the only thing would have been worse if he's blue-eyed, but he ain't blonde. So,
like I said, the only reason Dana White came out and said anything is because it wasn't black people involved. If black people involved, he's not coming out and saying anything.
And you know what else? Dana White came out, he tried to save his damn business.
Well, that's what I mean. Jewish people, man, don't mess with them.
Yeah,
they're the most powerful minority group on the planet.
Yeah, you know, the Holocaust didn't happen, and fuck Jewish people. That's pretty much what he said.
Exactly. He ain't afraid of black people. He afraid of Jewish people, though. He can say all that foolishness he wants to, you know, and beat his chest, but apparently we know he's afraid of Jewish people.
Well, he didn't say the N-word, so there's the thing.
Well, he says it all the time. It's coming.
I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't say it all the time, but he didn't say it here.
But he's not afraid to say stuff like that about black people.
Clearly not.
But
I don't
Jewish
know.
people?
He ain't put it on wax. So,
well, I'm just saying, just wait.
You know, because everybody says it in their car driving down the street, listening to music.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I'm saying.
Dana White is not my favorite. But anyway.
So, the other thing I want to talk about is I think we need to take what's going on in the government right now as a learning experience. What? It's just crazy. Yes, exactly. It's a learning experience, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I know a decent amount. You know, I did good in 8th grade civics. You know, I can read shit. Like, I know basic shit. So, you know, I feel like I know just as much as the, you know, above average American knows about our government. But what I didn't know is that the Pentagon controlled all the minority holidays. Didn't know that.
I did not either, really.
Yeah.
Why do they leave it to them?
Fuck if I know.
Okay.
But when Trump signed an executive order about canceling some things, and I don't quote me on exactly what it was, but yeah, a whole bunch of the minority, like, you know, all like Martin Luther King Jr., Black History Month, Asian American Month, all that shit got canceled, and that was under the Pentagon, and I was just like, the fuck? So, and of course he's doing a whole bunch of executive orders because, you know, he feels like I'm the motherfucking king and I can sign my name and shit happens. AKA, I'm gonna try to stop $3 trillion to go out and get spent on a whole bunch of shit. Hey, you're pissing off the people that put you in office, you dumbass. But hey, that's neither here nor there. After Congress voted on it last year for it, guess what? You don't have that kind of power. But he's testing the limits. So I would say everyone take you want to learn about your government? This is it. I've learned more in the last week about shit that the government is in charge of. Like that whole Pentagon shit, bro. I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I was like, ooh. I mean, you know, he tried to stop $3 trillion to go out And most of that $3 trillion was like Meals on Wheels and all this other shit, like to help people, like Medicaid and Medicare. Bruh, like you just stopping money because, you know, whatever. And it's just like, it's so awesome to learn so much about my government right now. And who's in charge of what and all that shit. Yeah, am I one of the dumb people who didn't know? I wouldn't call myself dumb. I would call myself, nobody talks about it because shit never gets stopped. But we should take this time to learn about all the facts of our government and what it could do. Because this dude systematically is trying to take out the government. Like, literally, he's trying to take parts of the government away. You know, God knows if what if it's they call the Constitution and checks and balances. Like, yo, man, we're going to be... Congress... It's going to be interesting the next... What? He's got 75 days for the 100? Because eventually the people are going to push back at their representatives. And then their representatives got a line. Hey, am I following my Lord and Savior Trump? Or am I following the people that put us here? Because, yo, in a year and 3/4, you could be out of a job, bruh. Very quickly. So, I mean, and then when they talk to the woman at the White House press secretary, they asked her, so since Pentagon shut down Black History Month, are y'all celebrating Black History Month? And her Caucasian, blonde, blue-eyed self said, as far as I know, we are. Your president just canceled that shit. Like, what are we doing? Like, what, you know? Because, hey, it's all about that DEI, baby. You know? And it's just, yeah, it's more hilarious and sad than, oh my God, we're about to fucking fall apart. I'm worried I'm not. Because when it's all said and done, you know, as long as the Constitution is there. Now, if you burn that shit, then we got some other shit going on. But, hey, man, all I'm saying is we might be a little closer to a Civil War movie than people think. And so I would probably start paying a little bit more attention to what's going on in Washington, at least for the first 100 days. Because we have already learned that the price of fruit is going to go up. The price of vegetables is going to go up. Hey, man, you're going to be paying $25 for that thing of orange juice soon. And on top of all that, all the shit we get from Canada and Mexico, we ain't going to be getting that shit no more because they not going to pay a tariff to send it to us. So, like, get a grip. Also, they're going to put tariffs on shit for us. Like, I mean, are you trying to bring us to another Cold War, motherfucker? Like, good job. You're doing that dirt. Thumbs up to you. But, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to what's going on in our government. Okay, you flunked 8th grade civics. You can retest right now and find out what the fuck's going on. I'm telling you, learn some shit. Go look at a school. You got the internet. But just pay attention because everybody who voted for Trump, hey, guess what? All that $3 trillion of shit that he was trying to get rid of, that affects you, bruh. That affects you. And even to a point, it affects me. Not that much, but enough. So it's like, yeah, it's going to come to a head sooner or later. Sometimes you just got to be on the right side of history. I like to think that we will be on a side of history. I mean, but yeah, learn about your government now. I don't care what news outlet you listen to. Surprisingly, they're almost all saying the same shit, which probably has never happened before. So when Fox and Friends is worried about what the fuck's going on in the White House, with all these executive orders. Expect an executive order thing to come out soon within the next 2 years. They're going to limit the amount of what the president can do very soon because of this. So, but that's all that's on my mind. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to us live. Sorry we were late today, but thanks for rocking with us, that sort of thing. Thank you to those who are listening to us on the podcast. Comes out every weekend. You know, tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on what's the name of that shit called?
What, Instagram?
Now, what's that thing called?
What, Twitch?
Twitch. Yeah, Twitch.
Are you okay?
I'm tired, man.
Well, don't fall asleep on this movie quite yet.
I know, right? Yeah. It ain't Whoopi Goldberg, so there's a chance.
Okay.
There's not a chance. But no, check us out live. And if you missed this episode, you can check us out on the video. They stay on YouTube. They stay on Twitch for about 2 weeks. So check us out. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. Thank you, AG, for being here. I'm glad you are feeling better.
Yes, sir.
Mo B is out in parts unknown. Hopefully we'll have him back next week. Actually, 2 weeks, because next week we ain't going to be here. Next week's the Super Bowl. We're going to be watching it just like y'all and hoping that everything just blows up and nobody wins. So, okay, that's not true. But,
Would you stop hating, man? Come on.
No. But real quick, 10 seconds. Who's going to win next week, AG? 5, 4.
I got to go with the Chiefs, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a three-peat. It's going to be the first three-peat ever. So, with that being said, thank you again for everyone listening to us. We will be back with you in 2 weeks. And, hey, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.